What's up, guys? We're back with another episode with G-Streezy versus WhoDatRue Gaming Podcast episode 5. So sorry we've been MIA for probably 2 months. I'm busy and all that other stuff. But we're going to get into the nitty gritty here, and let me turn down this music because it's a little loud. But, but yeah, there's a lot going on in the gaming world, consoles and PC stuff. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. First of all, how are you doing, Mr. Rue? Huh?
I'm good. I'm ecstatic that we're back. It's been forever and a day since we, did our last episode. But
13 years
life,
to be
life,
exact.
yeah, life be laughing. So, but I'm good. I just been taking it day by day. Really, I really haven't been gaming like I want it to because a lot of different other factors, and then my fellow brother, we are dads, so
Yep. Same.
kids come. So,
Yeah.
but I'm definitely glad to be back on with you, and hopefully we can knock out some more episodes in due time.
All right. Yeah, I've been good too. I haven't been able to game. If I do game, it's like really late at night, and then my friends want me to play with them, but I can never get on with them. But it's all good. So yeah, there is a lot to go over. This episode could be an hour long. I don't know. And if it's really long, we'll have to split it up into 2 parts, but we'll see. So first of all, let's see. And of course, the GTA 6 thing has been leaked. They're saying the pre-orders are going to be up May 18th. That's supposed to be a leak, so you guys take that with a grain of salt. I think Best Buy or something leaked it online, but are you pre-ordering it, Dom? Obviously, I can't. I'm on PC, so I'll have to wait a year. I know we talk about this every time we get on here, but GTA 6 is always probably one of our favorite devs, so.
I mean, GTA 6 is the game to get. I mean, everybody and their moms want that game. I mean, it don't matter if you're just a strictly sports gamer or RPG gamer or just a casual PC gamer or console gamer. Like GT6 is the game to get this year because I mean, look how long it's been since we had a GTA game, and
And it,
all the technology that's been put into this game is, I don't want to cuss on the pod, but darn near $1 billion worth. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's about the closest thing you can get to virtual reality on a game. So,
Yeah, I think the internet's going to completely crash when that game comes out.
crash. The stock market
Yeah.
is going.
Yeah, everything's just going to go haywire. There's so much anticipation behind this game. There was somebody saying the game Take-Two put like $2 billion into the game, which is insane. That's more than like the Burj Khalifa in Dubai or something they said. Yeah. So yeah, that's going to be a whole culture phenomenon when that thing drops. Obviously I have to wait on it. I am
Which some
excited. Yeah, I am excited for it, but I'm not hyped up like I thought I would be. Obviously, I am older than I was when GTA 5 came out. I was a lot more excited for GTA 5 because I was in what I think I was like 23 or 24. That thing dropped. Now I'm like pushing 40, so I'm definitely going to buy it. But obviously, I have to wait on it. That's the only bad thing. But yeah, game's going to break records. We already know that. That's probably about the only AAA game worth buying this year besides that 007 game. Because pretty much Call of Duty is a lot of people just after that last game, people were just fed up with Call of Duty. Battlefield 2, man. Battlefield just completely fell off the map too.
Yeah.
And most of the live services have not done that good here lately. Even Fortnite, they said that game's losing money. But I think it's not really Fortnite. I think it's the CEO. They said they were spending too much money or something to keep Fortnite going or something. But yeah, that's yeah, that's gonna be an insane day. There's gonna be a lot of people calling in sick.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
So, I'm sure it's going to be a lot of people quitting. Sure, a lot of people is going to suddenly become
that's gonna be their
streamers.
That's gonna be their lottery ticket right there.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of people streaming that game. So, to be honest, possibly that's mainly why I haven't really been streaming. Like, I want to stream 2K, but at the same time, I believe that games like GTA is more my speed for streaming wise, like getting on. And if somebody watches me play, they watch me play. If they don't, it is what it is. But um, that game is is the most anticipated game for years.
Of all time,
Uh,
yeah, really.
007 is definitely another game that I think I might want to try out. Wolverine and I want to say I don't think it's a new Spider-Man project this year, probably next year, but definitely Wolverine is the next project. When we supposed to be getting like a Marvel Black Panther and Captain America
I think
game?
I heard the Black Panther one got canceled, but I'm not sure if that's true.
Yeah, I
Um,
know the standalone got canceled, but I thought
oh,
it was supposed to be like a you know co-op
I didn't.
1966 or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's supposed to come out sometime. Um,
Yeah, that's another one I'm looking forward to. If it
obviously, yeah, I think these journalists are saying PlayStation's pulling away from PC on the single player like Wolverine and stuff. That's not confirmed. I found that out the other day. I actually made a video on it saying it could have been confirmed, but I wasn't. It's that Jason Schreier guy, but they're saying they did, and some people saying there ain't. So I don't know. If it does, it does. If it don't, it don't. I mean, it's
Right.
not that big of a deal to me. It's more the GTA thing. If that was a first party, PlayStation, a lot of people would jump the gun on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope with GTA, man, I hope that thing's almost like a MMO, and they really crack down on the cheaters and stuff, especially if they go and make it cross play, which I don't even know if they will or not. They probably won't even do cross play. There's just a lot of cheaters on PC. That's why I don't really play online much. I
Sure.
played more the role play. I don't know if you've seen that, but the role playing on there is crazy fun.
A bit.
And and they crack down on cheaters better than Rockstar does. So,
No,
but
I mean,
it does take a lot of space on your hard drive on the computer though. So that's the only thing with that. And you got to have a pretty good computer to do the role playing. Um, but yeah, I guess that's it for GTA. All right, guys, we're on to the next subject, and we are going to talk about the console price hikes. Now, obviously, PC's having this issue too with graphics cards and stuff, but I made a video on this as well. Xbox was the first one to do it. They increased the price to like what 650 for the Series X. PlayStation did the exact same thing now. The original PlayStation 5 is $650 and the Pro is $900. Nintendo Switch just went up on the price. I think it's like $50. What's your take on that, Dom? I think yeah, let's hear your thoughts first on the have you even heard about the price hikes going on?
well, courtesy of my brother here on the pod, you've kept me up to date on the prices. Luckily, I've gotten mine, shortly after the pandemic kind of calmed down a little bit,
Mm,
when it was still like 500. So after that, I pretty much kind of got away from everything. But in recent news, I was curious about why prices went up. And basically, what Google says is that the costs have went up because of the manufacturing and shipping due to the global boom of AI data centers and worldwide supply chain instability, and the truth,
tariffs, yeah.
basically, yeah, the tariffs. So yeah, I mean, Ray Charles could have saw the tariffs like doing an effect on prices of anything internationally. So uh everything was gonna go up, and I'm not shocked by prices going up on gaming. Uh, does it suck? Absolutely. If I was like interested in getting a pro or anything, now that kind of diminished. And then like how my brother felt, he left the console and went to PC, and I don't blame you at all. Like, I mean, you can do so much more on PC than you could ever do on the console. I just been, old school. I've always had a console since I was
Hmm.
a little kid. So, and as I've ventured towards more of a PC, to like, stream or whatever, I wouldn't be surprised later on down the line that I may dip my toes into PCing, but I really can't say I can get away from a console because it's just, what I've been
Yeah,
to my
and a
entire
lot of
life.
people do both, man. I've done both basically my whole life. I did PCs when I was younger too, but this is my first time actually just pulling the switch on console and going full time. This was scary to me because you hear people all the time saying, "Oh, you got to update drivers and you got to pay $3,000 for a computer," which none of that, all that stuff is absolutely untrue. I can actually tell you now because I've been on here since
You've
October.
been on here, yeah, you've
Yeah.
been on here almost a year.
So I sold my PlayStation 5 back October last year. So my last game was Assassin's Creed Odyssey on there. But yeah, a lot of that it's a lot of stigma, man. You don't have to spend that kind of money, and there is a learning curve to it, but it's really not as bad as people turn it out to be. Um, I mean, these things right here are computers. So your
Yeah,
PlayStation 5 is a computer. It's just a different
yeah.
operating system. So it just runs Windows, and but I digress. Back to the topic though. But yeah, the prices suck, man. Especially for the consoles because that's supposed to be the more affordable option. Because PC guys they don't mind spending a little bit money on hardware. Of course, the games and stuff are cheaper, but there's so much competition on the PC market. That's why the games are way cheaper. But the consoles, man, it's pricing a lot of people out because people are struggling just to pay rent, man. And I know a buddy of mine, he just quit completely because he wanted a PlayStation, but he's like, I can just can't afford it, dude. And then we got to pay online subscriptions. Um, and see, with next gen, I don't think there's going to be a console less than $700. I don't see that happening. The next Xbox is going to be about $1,000. They're saying because it's going to be a console hybrid PC. I think PlayStation and Nintendo are going to keep a console, because that's what they're good at. But I still think the cheapest PlayStation is going to be 700. I think the next Nintendo is probably going to be in around the 600. That's just my guess. We don't know for real. And then the Steam machine, they're coming out with their own console now. So, um, but yeah, I think a lot of it does have to do with that. But I do think a lot of it has to do with greed. I'm just going to be honest. And it's on all sides. It ain't just the consoles. The PC market's the same way. The people that make the graphics card, Nvidia, they're greedy too. So it does suck, but it's really going to price a lot of people out of gaming next generation. Or people are going to go back to retro, man. They're just going to go pick up a Super Nintendo or something and play old school stuff. And they're even talking about now, like this actually could be a good thing because now developers have to better optimize games for older hardware because people are just, they're not going to pay this kind of money for this new hardware. But that's my take. But yeah, it definitely
I,
sucks.
I'm behind you on that. When you sit here and think about it, as a parent, as a just a middle class person, gaming is used to get away from everything outside
Mm-hmm.
of the world. Like prices going up, this, that, and the third. Then when you turn around and it affects the gaming community, you have to make tough decisions. You know, like we said, life be life,
Yep.
and you sit here telling me I got to pay almost $1,000 when those
Yeah.
$1,000 could have
Just play a
gone into
game.
my car, into my child, into stuff around the house, and like you have to make life decisions when it should have been. I mean, back in the day, yeah, I pay $400 for a game because I know those $400 are going to get
Mm-hmm.
used. But now you're asking me to pay almost 800 to 1,000,
Yep.
and I periodically get on the game because I'm so tired
Right.
from work, or
Right.
I'm tired of being a parent and doing everything I need to do in my life to where I finally get able to sit down and play a game, and it's only for about 30 to 45 minutes, if that.
Yeah. 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 Same way with me. It's like after my little one goes to bed, I only got maybe a couple hours to play. But yeah, it's going to price a lot of people out, and it sucks because, well, with me is if they're going to do this, if they're going to price these consoles the way they are, they need to be. If they're going to do that, they need to do it like a PC. Console players should not have to pay to play online. That is the dumbest decision I think consoles have ever made. Xbox started that crap way back on the was it the 360?
Uh-huh.
No, I think Xbox has always charged for Xbox Live, ain't they? Ever since,
Yeah, I think the
because
difference
PlayStation 3
between
was
Xbox
free.
and PlayStation.
Yeah,
Yep, yep, yep.
and then and if they're going to do that too, they need to price games down to like I would say $50 at the most. They don't need to be no $70-$80. I'm sorry, I
To
just
be
don't.
honest, I think if they keep increasing the subscription, then games should be free. If
Yep.
I'm paying for the subscription to get online and play
Yeah.
online, and every game requires me
Just
to
play
be
online. Yeah.
online, then everything should be free to play at this point.
It and it ticks me off because I'm at that point too. I don't know if you heard me say this, but I'm actually against exclusives too. I think all exclusives should be available on every platform. That way, everybody can play what they. I should be able to play Mario on the PC. You should be able to play
Absolutely.
Mario on PlayStation,
Yeah.
and
PlayStation.
Nintendo guys should be able to play God of War. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's another problem too. The exclusives really kind of because you have to buy the system just to play that game, and a lot of people don't want to do that. It's already
Yeah.
expensive enough, paying for the one console you have. So yeah, but if they're going to price these consoles that high, they need to like the subscription needs to be optional. It don't need to be mandatory because PC, it's free. We don't have to pay for online, and they still give us free games. But of
Right.
course, we pay a lot for our hardware, so computers are not cheap. For a good PC, it's like $1,200, but I'm okay paying that because I do more than just game on it. I do my schoolwork, my taxes, and all that on it too. So,
Right.
um,
It's an investment.
yeah, exactly. If it was just strictly a gaming system, I wouldn't. I would just go back to PlayStation or something. You know what I mean, or Xbox. Um, but yeah, man. All right, guys, we're going to go on to the next subject. We got a couple of them. We're still talking about PlayStation in particular because my man here, he's on PlayStation primarily, and I was too for the longest time. So we are going to talk about the 30-day check-in DRM policy and also PlayStation pulling back on PC. I don't know if we didn't cover this because that was like 2 months
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the DRM check? They're saying like, here, I got Google up now. It says as of April 2026, Sony has updated digital rights management, which is DRM, for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, requiring digital games to verify their license online within a 30-day period. This policy aims to combat refund scams, with most requiring an initial check-in to confirm the purchase. So, what do you feel about this, Dom? And I'll give you my thoughts after you're done.
Well, I thought I'm glad they clarified that it's only a one-time thing online. Once you check in, you good
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah.
But
I had to make sure I read that right because some people were saying it's monthly, but I think it's just a
yeah,
one-time thing.
yeah, it had different reports, and luckily, hopefully,
Yeah,
I mean, thank God that Sony,
yeah,
PlayStation came out and said. So you get the one-time check-in because as technology gets further into advancement, like AI and this, that, and the third. I mean, nowadays our kids can be hackers at
yeah,
an early age. Uh, it's nice to know that they're taking precaution, and because I didn't even know it was like refund fraud and things going on in that aspect of PlayStation, but it it it, it makes me feel better because you know you and I are middle class guys who occasionally get on games or PCs and play, and like to know that there's people out there that are basically scamming PlayStation, and like I'm buying 2K and the same person buying 2K, but they're getting the
yeah,
money they just paid for it back because they're scamming. It's not right. So I am thankful for that, but at the same time, some of these procedures they could do a little better with, because if you do one time, but you got people that's on the road or traveling and stuff, and your PlayStation is at home, so like
yeah.
what if
That
they
that's where I cross the line. But even though I think it's just a one-time thing. Like I said, I think a lot of people are saying it's like a monthly thing, but I think it's just a one-time thing. Um, the problem is, it says it's trying to combat refund scams, but me and you both know PlayStation's refund policy is terrible. As
yeah
soon as you
it's
download the game, there you can't refund it back. I think
yeah
that's
you can't
the
you can't send it
it's
back. You can't be like,
yeah.
hey,
I
I don't.
think I want to say Nintendo's the same way, but as soon as I think Xbox they got a little bit more leeway, but PC like you could play it for like the first 3 hours and you can refund it. Steam will give it back to you, no problem, no questions asked. As long as you don't keep refunding the same game over and over, because they'll think, oh, you're trying to play the game for free, like you know what I mean.
Played
But
and beat
yeah,
it.
I didn't understand. But see, what got me is Xbox got so much hate back in 2013 because they were doing that with the Xbox One. You remember that? That's what screwed up the Xbox One, and they got so much backlash for it. But the Sony fanboys, the guy that are die hard, like that'll defend their console, which is absolutely crazy to me when you sitting here,
But they get paid for it.
yeah, defending a corporation that doesn't give a flip about you. I just that they actually defend this some of this stuff. I get why they're trying to, but at the same time, I feel like it's control more than anything. Just like the whole, I don't know if you heard, but the age verification with Discord saying it's supposed to help with the children and stuff. And I think they even did this with like dirty websites now, to where you got to have like your ID or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. And I
That's
mean, we
crazy.
get it, but at the same time, it falls back to the household. I mean, you can
Right,
only
right,
do so much to the point where, like, you're babying parents,
right.
basically.
And yeah, and that's my thing. Like the government shouldn't step in and raise our children. Like that's the parent's job. Um, I don't know. I'm glad it's just a one-time thing, but like I said, it's still not a good look, I would say.
Yeah,
But a lot of people actually defended this. But again, I want to try to be open-minded about it. So one-time thing, that's not bad. But if it's every 30 days, every single month, though, that's going to be a problem. But I don't know the full story on it. I just heard about it. That's why I ain't talked much about it. And plus, it's on PlayStation, so But they're saying they're going to do that with the government's going to do that with every operating system, even on your phones. So it could be go back to like surveillance and all this other conspiracy crap. So I don't
I
know.
wish it would.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Upload a selfie and all that. But let's move on to the next one. We got those out the way. Okay, so PlayStation pulling back on PC. Now this is just the single player games. They're still going to release their live service games, like that marathon game, which was terrible. In my opinion, I didn't care for it. I played it early access. Do you think that's a good move, Dom? Them pulling them, like there's, single player games like Wolverine and stuff on PC. I know you're not a PC guy, but are you cool with that?
No,
Or
I mean, I think that is terrible because you're taking away potential sales. I mean,
yep,
I don't know how it is
100%,
on PC.
100% agreed.
I mean, what if you have a stream account or something? You don't have to pay for the game or something, or how is it on the
What's
PC
that?
side? Uh, do you have to have a certain account to get games for free, or
All right, guys. Sorry about that. We had to restart the thing here, but no, no, you don't get it for free whenever you have a Steam account or whatever. No, they I think PlayStation was talking about, so the PC, how this, I don't know if you know, Rue, but PC is it's weird. It's like when so you got Steam, correct? And you got Epic Game Store, which is the guys that make Fortnite. And they got a couple other storefronts where you can like buy your main games from on the store. But they also have these things called launchers you have to download. And basically, if I want to play like Red Dead Redemption 2, I have to download a launcher from Rockstar, and I have to log into that and Steam at the same time. Does that make sense? I guess for like online features and stuff.
sometimes.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a bit of a learning curve. A lot of people are against that, but it doesn't bother me much. But yeah, I think PlayStation was talking about bringing a PC or PlayStation launcher to PC, and I think they want to do that because I think they're trying to avoid the 30%, because if they put their game on Steam, they owe every game that's sold, they have to pay Steam 30%. So
Yeah.
I think that's plus the Steam machine, and the new Xbox is supposed to have Steam on there. So I think that's why PlayStation really wants to get away from, because it's like, well, dang, if we do this, it's going to destroy our brand. You know what I mean? Because PlayStation's known for their single player exclusives. That's what they're known for. They're not very good at live services. We know that. Like the last few games, they just had to shut down because they were garbage. Helldivers was a good game, but that's the only one that really succeeded. But yeah, I'm told, like I told people before, it's like I'm not for exclusives. I think every game should be on every platform. Like you said, it takes people away that want to play it, and it takes potential sales and potential fans that some PC guys may want to go to PlayStation. But at the same time, I think PlayStation and Xbox and all them should get PC games. But there's a lot that goes into that. I think a lot of reason why that is because of licensing, and the price to put their game on PlayStation, Xbox costs more than it does on PC. PC, they just pay Steam and that's it. With PlayStation and them, they got to pay for licenses and all this other stuff. I think that's the biggest thing.
I think it's a lot. It's a lot to do with companies wanting to cut out a middleman, or
Yeah. I think that's why PlayStation don't want to put their stuff on Steam, because they don't want to pay the 30%, plus that new Xbox and Steam machine are going to be able to run, Steam on there. So, because we got like 90% of PlayStation games on Steam already. Steam is my main platform, but I do play on Epic Game Store too. They give me a lot of free games. But yeah, I guess that's it for that, guys. Let's talk about, have you seen what Xbox has been doing lately? I think they really have been knocking it out of the park. I feel like Phil Spencer was in Sarah Bond. They were completely running that company into the ground. But really, the last, 20 years, Xbox has sucked. If you ask me, I think the last good console was the 360.
Uh, I mean, I dipped my toes in PlayStation One. It was a nice console. Just to get away, how burnt out you can get with PlayStation sometimes, and like you said, the exclusive games and some exclusive games on Xbox. I wanted to try out. So,
And
but
the Xbox games are coming to PlayStation now, which is good
PlayStation.
news.
So
Yeah. Um, but I think that new Forza Horizon game, I think that's a timed exclusive actually. Um, it's out for Xbox and PC now, but I think you guys don't get it till like December or something.
yeah, late.
Yeah, but I'm actually okay with timed exclusives. But yeah, the whole just locking away a game for a box is silly to me. But yeah, I think Xbox has really been, because I think they lowered the game on, or lowered the price on Game Pass. Let me
Hmm.
double check that. Yeah, I
But
think
they had to. You going up
yeah, yeah, because it was like
on the console.
yeah, because I think it was like what $30. Let me
Yeah.
double check that, guys. I think it was like yeah,
But I
so it
will
went
say,
yeah, so it went from for Xbox guys the Ultimate. I think that's the biggest one that everybody gets. That thing was $30, and then Asha Sharma, the new CEO, she dropped it down to $22.99, which is still too expensive. I think it should be like $15, but that is a step in the right direction. PC it
I would
went
say,
from 16 to 12, I think.
I would
Go
say
ahead.
with Game Pass on the Xbox, they get all the games. I think.
Yeah, I think that's where Xbox thrive. I think Xbox they thrive in the multiplayer, and then PlayStation thrives in the single player. And then
Single player.
Nintendo, they can get away with their consoles are so gimmicky. Even if they didn't have exclusives, their systems are always weird. Like the GameCube, it's got the and then you got the Wii, and then all this motion controls, and like Nintendo can get away with that stuff because they got more gimmicks than just
I
exclusives.
think
But
when Nintendo though, they start having like RPG games. Like I remember my ex-wife. She loved Animal Crossing.
yeah,
She played Animal Crossing. Then you got Disney had came out with like this kind of, it's not Animal Crossing, but it's kind of like a theme of that where all the characters were Disney characters. Like you had to save the city or save the village or whatever by basically doing what you do on Animal Crossing. And it kind of reminds me of like The Sims or whatever. So it's like
yeah.
that's what Nintendo thrives at. And also, like you said, single player games like Smash Bros and stuff. Like obviously you can play with multiplayer, but we all played Smash Bros before, and it's just fun.
Yeah, I think yeah, Nintendo's basically the Disney of the
It's damn it,
gaming
yeah.
world. Yeah.
That's,
But yeah, the Xbox yeah, it looks like Xbox is making a lot of good moves though lately. Sorry, I just got to say it, Rue, though, but PlayStation's been taking L's after L's. I know you're not a fanboy, but they've really been dropping the ball
oh yeah,
lately.
no, I'm definitely with you on that. I mean, I switch up like LeBron. I'll be
I
on
go,
PlayStation.
yeah, and I can go where I feel value. For the longest time, I was PlayStation only, but I just preferred it, man. I was definitely not a fanboy or just getting a war with somebody. Oh yeah, if you don't like PlayStation, you're a loser. I don't get in all that. I just go where I feel valued, man. And if, like I said, even if it's Xbox, I'll go to Xbox if I feel valued there. But I don't think I'm
Listen,
leaving the PC market at all. I
I
think I think if I was to go to a console, it probably would be an Xbox or a Steam machine next, though. I don't think I'll go back to PlayStation, man.
I go
Like,
wherever my pocket value.
I know that's right. Because with me, The exclusives never sold me on PlayStation. It was always the ecosystem and the features it had. You know, some
Right.
people looked at it, you know, well, the exclusives sell consoles. To me, that wasn't the reason I like PlayStation always. Like I said, the last 20 years, Xbox has sucked. I think the last good system they had was 360. PlayStation 3 was amazing. PlayStation 2 was amazing. I did not care about the PS4 or the PS5 much. I don't know what. I think it's when they started charging online, that's when I'm like, of course, I
Oh
played a
man,
lot
I
of GTA and Red Dead. That was the main reason I kept them as long as I have.
love my PS4.
But the PS4 I think had the most exclusives though, so they had a ton
Yeah,
of exclusives. They were knocking it out of the park.
yeah.
Um,
Spider-Man was a big one.
yep, Spider-Man, God of War, all them things were like brand new. But
Yeah,
then when
God of War. Yeah.
yeah, and then when the newer ones came out, you know, I'm not gonna say they weren't exciting. I did like Spider-Man 2 a lot, but I feel like a lot of people just looked at it as felt more like a DLC because it wasn't new. You know, we've already been down this road before, even though they were extremely fun. Um, but yeah, guys. So we got something here I didn't even know, but Rue told me there was a active gaming development for PlayStation. Of course, according to the leaks, I won't be able to play it, but we'll talk about it anyway because I like video games in general. But there is a standalone Venom spin-off game in development by Insomniac Games is currently in active development for the PS5, acting as a narrative bridge between Marvel's Spider-Man 2 and the upcoming Spider-Man 3. Oh, they got a Spider-Man 3 coming out too.
Yep.
Um, the game is to expand this. Wow, so Insomniac, they're really doubling down on the Spider-Man stuff. It's going to have Carnage and stuff. Release window reports indicate the game is actively in development through the arrive closer to 2027. But right now, the studio is prioritizing the Wolverine game. That makes sense. Dang, that studio's been busy, man. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, the Miles
They brought
Morales game was really fun to me. That was I probably actually like that one better than the original Spider-Man game. I guess because of his powers, man. That little shock thing he was doing, that was pretty dope. Um,
yeah, the Venom
so
electricity edge.
so yeah, that studio in particular has been really busy. Sucker Punch is a good one too. They're the ones that made the Ghost of Yotei game. Of course, again, according to the leaks, I won't be able to play that one. I can play the first one though. But yeah, are you excited for that one there, Rue? The Venom one? There
Once
was
again, I'm like
rumors,
Chris. I'm
huh?
so excited for Venom. I'm excited for anything Spider-Man esque.
I know
You know,
that's right.
I'm definitely looking forward to Spider-Man 3 whenever it comes out. I'm looking forward to the Venom game because it was a nice addition to the Spider-Man universe. Obviously, you gotta have Venom in it, but I believe that Wolverine is in the same universe as Spider-Man, so that would be dope if they could possibly add those characters together within the realm of it. But yeah, I mean, you talk to
Fanatic.
you know, fanatic. I love Spider-Man, so
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Spider-Man brand new day on the 31st of July. Um, I'm looking forward to Doomsday.
Don't forget you, Rue, because I can't play it. I'm upset
Hey,
because I'm just playing.
brother, I ain't taking the lead. I ain't taking the lead. You wanted to go to the console,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
get it. I mean, not console. You want to go to PC, and I get it. Hey, it
No,
is
like I
what it is.
said, like I said, it wasn't the exclusives. It was never the exclusives that kept me on there. I did like the games, but it's just I don't know the way the direction PlayStation's been going in. I haven't enjoyed it really. The PS5 in particular, PS4 was okay, but once they started charging for online, I started looking at it. Oh crap, they're going in more of a corporate direction. Which they did make a
Right.
lot of games for PS4 though. I think what kept me on there the longest was Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead. Them were my two favorite games at the time, and I put so many hours into them, and I made a lot of friends. Um, but yeah, dude, I mean, PlayStation does thrive in the single player, man. They really do. I think they're the best at that. And like I said, Xbox, they're good at the Halos and the Forza game actually looks really good. They said the IGN gave it a 10 out of 10, which is I
Yeah.
don't really go by reviewers though, because IGN they give everything a 10. It seems like. Um, but yeah, the Forza game actually looks really good. I thought about getting into that one because I like it better than the Gran Turismo games. Are you into those type of games or no? You ain't really into racing games.
I used to be in like midnight club.
Yeah, that was Rockstar, wasn't it? Yeah, Rockstar.
Yeah. If they would bring that back, I'm definitely it. But
Yeah,
I'm not very big on racing like that, but I would get back into it if they come up with another midnight club.
yeah. I think for me it was the Need for Speed games. I think that's what got me into racing games. Yeah, I want to say Need for Speed is the one that got me into racing games. Um, but yeah, guys, I guess that is it for this episode. I don't really know what else to say. I know the Steam controller just came out. We're not really going to talk about the Steam machine because Rue don't really probably know much about that. It's basically
I mean,
they're just coming out with another console to compete with
I
Xbox
know a
and
little,
PlayStation.
I know a little bit about Steam because my my ex-wife, she she had got into online, I mean PC gaming, and she really wanted the Hogwarts game. So
You know, they
she
actually,
got
Epic Games just gave me that game for free, absolutely free. Um, yeah, the Epic Games is pretty cool when it comes to free games. But yeah, Steam is it started off as a storefront, but now they're getting into hardware, which I didn't know this. They actually made a console back in 2015, but it completely flopped. I think it was like overpriced and it was just a commercial disaster. They said. But
right.
Steam is a lot bigger and more reliable now. A lot of people like them now because they are very customer friendly, and I agree. Like Steam is again, they go up above and beyond for the customer, and their game sales are cheap. Like how console players you guys are gonna pay a lot more. Like say if you go and buy a game right now, it was more than likely it's gonna be $70 on the PlayStation Store. But if I go to Steam and look at the same game, it's like $30, man. That's the beauty with PC. Like the games are super cheap. The only difference, but really the only difference between console and PC is PC we just pay more for the hardware, and then consoles pay more for the software. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
Because our computers cost a lot of money. So, and just keeping them, just learning the hardware. That's really the biggest learning curve. I feel like. But yeah, guys, I guess that's going to wrap this episode up. I think we pretty much covered everything that we wanted to cover in this one. We will be back, hopefully, a lot sooner than this time. I think this was like 2 months, ain't it, Rue?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think, what was it, March? Was it March? Let me see. Hold
What
on,
is
guys. I'm about to pull it up right now. Let's see. So yeah, guys, we whoa, no, it was January. Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
So this is only our second podcast this year, and we're already we got to do better because I didn't know it was back in January. I thought it was March. Hey, wow. So we do apologize for that, guys, but we're adults. We have responsibilities. But yeah, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. As always, drop a like, subscribe. I will always leave Mr. Rue's socials down in the description below, so y'all check him out. And yeah, guys, we love you all. God bless you, and we will see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.
God bless you.